Hello, it is Saturday, the 17th of May. I'm getting a late start today. I'm actually videoing myself at noon, so it's about noontime. I spent most of the morning in the library. I went to a free, or not free, but $5 all-you-can-eat pancake feed for the youth of the community, a church youth group, and ate my fill of pancakes. I hung out with, Comrade, the young guy I met a few nights ago in a hostel, and I gave him the pair of socks that I got from Outdoor Research. He was looking for socks, and so I figured he could have them since I don't really need them anymore. But I spent the morning in the library, kind of charging up my charger and phone, as well as reading from my ebook. And I met an author who writes fiction novels about the Appalachian Trail. I met him about 2 or 3 nights ago at a hostel as well, and we got to talking. He offered to give me 2 free copies of his book, but then he realized backpacking, I wouldn't want to carry them. So today at the library, he's signing his books, and he gave me 2 free downloads. I could download either the Audible version of his book or the digital copy of his book, which is pretty cool. So I have codes for that. At the moment, I'm gonna get ready to walk over to the free showers that the churches are offering. Again, it's noon and they close at 1. So I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna go pick up my mattress, my little sleeping pad that had a slow leak in it. And I took it to a repair place here. Free repairs, so I'm going to pick that up, take it back to my tent, and then I need to get over to the other side of town by like 1:40 for the hiker parade, and I'll film that. I don't have a lot filmed right now. I did film a lot from, well, not a lot, but I filmed a little bit from last night's storm that I'll share. But it's warmed up, and I have my my quilt in my tent right now, drying out. My tent's, I'm sure, dried out at this point, but the quilt hopefully is drying out, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's my plan for the moment. And I still need to do some charging. It's slow charging in the library, but I'm going to come back later today and continue charging. Anyway, making my way back to the shower area. It's currently 3 in the morning. heavy rains, heavy rains. Severe winds, tents are blowing over. Thunder and lightning. My tent's holding up, but man, I'm having to hold the poles. Right now, one side of my tent is caved in. My sleeping bag is soaking, and I had to stake down really well, but this grass, just doesn't hold the stakes very well. So far I'm holding together. Hopefully the winds die down so I can get myself set back up, but their tent's literally blowing over. So that whole side of my tent's caved in, that side's caved in, but I'm holding up for the moment, and yeah, people around me not faring so well, and I know that I'm not faring as well as others, so. Anyway, let's make it through this. I've never been through this sort of thing before. And we'll see how it goes. But I'm fine. All is well. I'm having to hold on to the pole. Probably not the best thing to do, but otherwise my tent will collapse. This is what it looks like at 3 in the morning when your tent is falling apart and blowing over because of a heavy thunder and lightning storm with severe winds and heavy downpour. Hopefully it's just a quick cell moving through. I'm holding on hard to my pole so they don't blow over and I'm not just collapsed. I mean, I wouldn't mind that so much if it wasn't for the fact that everything would get soaked. I knew it was coming, so I have basically secured everything in dry bags and all, but my quilt is getting soaked. It will supposedly be warm tomorrow so I can dry it out. But yeah, I got to go right now and just kind of hold tight. A lot of tents in this field are faring a lot worse than I am, so anyway. All right, currently 3:40 in the morning. Still raging out there. The rain's coming down really hard. You can hear the thunder and lightning, though the wind has stopped, thank God. I think that was just a one-time thing, let's hope. I was able to get out, find all my tent stakes, and re-secure my tent, so I'm all set up again. My sleeping quilt is soaked at the foot box, but again, tomorrow it should be warm. So that, or today, I guess, it's not tomorrow, just later today should be warming up, and if that happens, I can dry it out, hopefully. It's a water repellent down, so hopefully I can stay warm. I should be able to. I put my rain gear on and went around the tent and made sure everything was re-secure, so I'm pretty well set right now. I was looking around Tent City, and all the tents seem to have held up pretty well. There was a tent by me that was up on end, a huge tent that was on its side. but I think that people are securing that now and they're okay. There are emergency services out checking on everybody and sending people to the church across the street that need to go over there. I don't think anybody got injured, but I might be wrong. I have no idea. But yeah, I'm going to secure for the night and try to get some sleep. So good night. Oh my gosh, this storm is massive. I don't know if it's going to go a while or if it's going to go by us, but holy smokes, it's been going. It came suddenly. I mean, we knew it was coming. We saw in the weather app that we were going to have a storm pass through and there's going to be thunder and lightning and all. I didn't realize there was going to be such heavy winds, but yeah, it's hitting hard. The rain still keeps coming down. I got out of my tent a while ago and just re-secured all of the tent stakes because my tent was partially collapsed. And when that happened, water came into it and kind of got my sleeping pad wet, which I think I may have already said. Huge thunderclap a moment ago and big bolt of lightning flashed. There are emergency services out checking in on people. I know that some people's tents got torn apart pretty good. I don't know that they got torn apart, but they were being tossed all over the place. I know mine was. I was literally holding on to both poles because the wind was such a gust. I want to say it was like more than 50 plus mile an hour winds coming through here with the heavy rain, and the grass just can't support the moisture enough to keep your stakes in. That's why my stakes kept popping out. But I've re-secured it and hopefully everything holds tight here. And let's see if you can hear some of that thunder and lightning. Right now, it's not as loud as it once was. Likely I'm going to turn off the phone and then it will hit hard again. But I thought this was supposed to shoot through pretty quick, and I hope it does. Tomorrow or later today, it's supposed to be like 72 degrees. Not as warm as yesterday, but hopefully that's enough to dry out my sleeping pad and my tent. Everything else should be dry. I have dry clothes and my gear's in all waterproof bags, so I'm good there. But it's going to be the tent and the quilt. Okay, well, there was a flash of lightning there a minute ago. Maybe you'll hear the thunder here. Now people are out and singing and talking and having a great old time. And prior to the worst part of the storm, there were flashes of lightning shooting across the sky. I'd call that like dry lightning. Right now, though, it's the big stuff. So anyway, I'm doing fine. I'll be all right. I'm just gonna have to take a nap tomorrow for sure. So anyway, I'll check back with you in the later part of the morning. Hopefully at that 7 a.m. pancake breakfast or later. You know, I might be sleeping at that point. We'll see. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon. Good morning. It's around 6:45 in the morning. The grass is soggy out here, but here is Tent City as it stands. It looks like that tent's down. So some of these people may have gone off to the church or coupled up with other tents. I'm walking around and feet are soaking up water as I walk on the grass here. It's mucky. People are out wandering around. Half of us are half asleep. We probably all slept about 3 hours last night with the storm. It started storming around 3:15 and stopped raining here about 6:15. So yeah, it looks like we all weathered it somewhat well. I had to get up at about 4:30 and re-secure my tent because it had collapsed or partially collapsed on me. But anyway, all is well. My gear's not too bad. Just letting stuff dry out today as I wander around. I'm going to try to get that pancake breakfast. But this is Damascus in all its glory. Currently 1 o'clock, made it back to my tent. Just checking to make certain everything's drying out. The quilt's drying out nicely, which is good. I got my Thermarest sleeping pad looked at. They said there are no leaks in it, thankfully, but they did some reinforcing around the seams, and they said sometimes grime built up by the valve, which causes air to leak out, so they cleaned that all up. So I'm good to go with my sleeping pad. Now I need to get myself over to the parade, which starts at 2 o'clock and they line up at 1:30. I met up with Blue Jeans and I'm going to be connecting with him, Father Time, and Pooh Bear, 3 guys that I hiked with before I went out with my injury. So I'm familiar with them, they're familiar with me. And as I met with Blue Jeans here a little while back, he was sharing that a number of hikers we hiked with have dropped off already, like 3 or 4 different hikers left the trail, and I'm certain I said this already, and if I haven't, Gretel texted me today and said that he's leaving the trail at mile 730. He had norovirus all week, and he, I guess, was physically and mentally drained, and he's homesick, and his friend came out from Germany to visit him, so he decided to just go ahead and head back home. I completely understand, but it makes me really sad that he and the others have left. I'll see how it goes for me. I'm having fun so far yet, and you know, I'm really haven't done much this time around. Season 2, I guess you'd say. So we'll see how it goes. I did get a quick shower and free lunch from a local church. They also do laundry. I don't need laundry, so I'm not going to have that done. When I'm done with the parade, I'm going to go to a pizza party that those 3 friends of mine are having, where they're staying, and then I'm going to go and try to do a little more charging of my things. The library has outlets they let you use, and I read a book in there while I'm having them charged. They're just slow charging. So anyway, it's warmed up. The day's become very nice, and we'll see how the rest of it goes. All right, you're probably not hearing me, but this is what Trail Days looks like on Saturday. I'm currently heading to the parade. I'm not certain where I'm going. I'm just following the crowd, but this is crazy. It's obviously the busiest day of Trail Days. So I believe this takes me to a road that I turned right on. But it's gotten busy. I'm going to cut off for now, and I'll cut back in when we get to the turn, or when we get closer. All right, so the hiker parade's getting ready to start here soon.
I was like, oh,
I need to find this person.
Everywhere. I'll cut this out until it starts. All right, we are walking in the parade. Heading out. Parade is started. I think the earliest time I saw was 2013 or 2012, and it goes back to us 2025. There are a few thousand people, probably 4,000.
Yeah, the same. What's up, man? You're pretty good.
Someone squirting. It's crazy out here.
Here comes the water.
Here's where the squirt guns come into play. dodged a bullet. Water coming my way. Mount Rogers Outfitters.
She's hot. She wants to go down.
Wet. Downtown Main Street in Damascus, all of the residents. I need the big hose. Currently 5:15 p.m. on Saturday, and getting ready to head back to Tent City and start putting my gear together for tomorrow. I want to make certain I have enough food for the next 5 or 6 days. I'll be coming back through Damascus on Monday, so I'm going back to mile 449.5. I'll be able to probably get within 3 miles of town tomorrow, and then come into town on Monday morning. I don't know if I have to resupply or not. I have to see what I've got. I've got a lot of food, but I may not have enough lunch items to get me all the way to Marion, which is another 5 to 6 days. I think probably 6 days. So hopefully Monday I'll come through town, and then I'll go up about 2 miles on the trail, and there's a camp spot there. But a lot of people are trying to get out of town Sunday and Monday, so I might be competing for space. But today was a good day. I spent most of my day in the library just relaxing, charging my all my electronics that needed to be charged, and that took a lot of the day. I'm tired, so I'm going to try to get some sleep before the partying starts, because it's going to start tonight, being Saturday, the busiest night. So I can only imagine how crazy it's going to get. There's no storms forecast, thank goodness. But I'll try to get some sleep, and then if partying starts, I'll put my headphones in with white noise and try to get through that. But tomorrow morning I have to be up at 5 in the morning to be able to get to the other side of town by 7 a.m. and that's where we're meeting our shuttle ride. So yeah, all is well, and just making my way back slowly but surely to the tent city. It's been a good day overall, nice and warm. So hopefully my quilt is dried up. I'm sure it is at this point. So anyway, thanks for following along, and I appreciate again all your support, and I look forward to continuing to share more with you. Sunny D out.